This activity is called Salvation Bracelet, and it gives the children an object lesson explaining the basics of Christianity. For this activity, you will need the following: a thin strand of leather, one per child, and then one each of the following beads: a black bead, a red bead, a white bead, a blue bead, a green bead, and then a yellow or gold bead. To start the activity, say the following to the kids. If you prayed the prayer of salvation and went through your ABCs, admit, believe, and choose, then you made the most important decision ever. You're now on God's team. Right now, I want us all to make a bracelet that tells the story of what you did today and what you should do next. As the instructor, make sure you have a set of supplies so you can make a bracelet along with the children. Show them the piece of leather and say, "First, I want you to tie a knot in the strap of leather. Just like this." Okay, now slide the black bead on the leather next to the knot. Okay, the black bead represents how we are all sinners and our sin separates us from God. Next, slide the red bead next to the black bead. The red bead represents how God sent his son Jesus to die on the cross for our sins. Next, slide the white bead on. The white bead represents how when we accept Jesus, he takes away our sins. Next, slide on the blue bead. The blue bead represents water and being baptized. We are baptized to show we have joined God's team. Next, slide on the green bead. The green bead represents how our daily obedience grows us closer to God. We can accomplish this by reading our Bibles, praying, and coming to church. Next, slide on the yellow or gold bead. This bead represents heaven. One day, we will live with God in a home he has prepared for us in heaven. Now tie another knot in the leather to hold the beads on, just like this. There we go. After the children have finished making their bracelets, help them tie them to their wrist, and then take a few minutes to review what each bead represents. Once you think the children have all of the beads memorized, give them a chance to review further by telling you what the beads mean. Close by saying, if someone asks you about your bracelet, you'll be able to tell them the story about what your ABCs mean. Wearing this bracelet will give you a chance to tell others about Jesus. Let's all pray and thank God for sending his son, Jesus.